An emotional plea from Ukraine's president to the U.S. as the Russian invasion now enters its fourth week.
President Zelenskyy delivered a moving virtual speech to Congress, begging for help and a no-fly zone once again, and invoking 9/11 and the attack on Pearl Harbor. A live look at the White House this evening, where President Biden is promising new military equipment and millions of dollars in aid for Ukraine.
This as Russia stepping up its attacks on civilians. This satellite image shows a theater that was bombed in Mariupol, where hundreds of people have been taking shelter. CBS reporter Natalie Brand joins us live from Washington, D.C. with more on today's developments.
And Ryan, Sarah, officials from Russia and Ukraine had expressed optimism that talks were making progress, but Russia continues to escalate its brutal attacks, including on civilians. And as you mentioned, that impassioned plea from Ukraine's president, he told lawmakers he needs a humanitarian no-fly zone. And he said if he can't get that, he needs more air support.
Before a receptive Congress, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy made an emotional and powerful plea for even stronger sanctions on Russia and help defending Ukraine's skies.
We are fighting for the values of Europe and the world, sacrificing our lives in the name of the future.
Zelenskyy showed a hard-to-watch video depicting the devastation to his country while attacks continued in real time. Russian forces targeted people waiting in a bread line in Chernihiv.
I think he is a war criminal.
Today, President Biden called Russian President Vladimir Putin a war criminal and detailed $800 million in new security assistance to Ukraine, which will include anti-aircraft systems, small arms, and specialized drones.
The United States and our allies and partners are fully committed to surging weapons of assistance to the Ukrainians, and more will be coming.
The Biden administration and bipartisan members of Congress agree that creating a no-fly zone would be escalatory, but lawmakers are calling on the White House to provide even more direct defense support.
I support enthusiastically the sending of MiG aircraft from Poland to the Ukrainian Air Force so they can be more competitive in the skies.
The White House reiterated its opposition to the transfer of the MiG fighter jets, calling them an offensive weapon.
And Natalie, the Pentagon today said Russian advances continue to be stalled near Kyiv. What more are you learning?
Well, a senior defense official told reporters today that there are indications now that Russia is deliberating or discussing the degree to which it might need to bring in replacement troops to backfill for its losses. And this follows British intelligence officials in the UK saying that President Putin has begun to move reinforcements or replacement troops from outside Ukraine as he tries to push towards Kyiv and other key cities. Ryan.
All right, thank you very much. Natalie Brand reporting live from the White House.
East Bay Congressman Eric Swalwell was in the audience as President Zelenskyy addressed Congress. He says he supports Ukraine's call for more defensive aid and Zelenskyy's repeated requests for a no-fly zone.
I support giving the Ukrainian people the planes they need to defend their airspace and protect the innocent families who are being killed by Putin's military, and also to give them the anti-aircraft equipment and to not take off the table a no-fly zone.
And Senator Dianne Feinstein said in a statement, quote, "I support President Zelenskyy's request for advanced defensive weaponry and believe the United States must continue to lead the way in bringing international diplomatic and economic pressure to bear on Russia to end this war."